See the lights, they shimmer bright. Move with shadows in the night. Feel the pulse of dreams ignite. Whispers in the moonlight. Stars align, we're side by side. Lost in oceans deep and wide. Heartbeats clash, the waves collide. In this beat we can't hide. And echoes we are dancing. Hearts are wildly chancing. In echoes we are free. Just you and me. Voices blend in harmony. Lost in floating symmetry. Magic in this revelry. Boundless in infinity. In echoes we are dancing. Hearts are wildly chancing. In echoes we are free. Just you and me. Close your eye and we're side by side. Lost in oceans deep and wide. Heartbeats clash, the waves collide. In this beat we can't hide. In echoes we are dancing. Hearts are wildly chancing. In echoes we are free. Just you and me, and me. Voices blend in harmony. Lost in floating symmetry. Magic in this revelry. Boundless in infinity. Close your eyes, feel the thrill. Let the rhythm steal your will. In the silence, time stands still. Together we fulfill.
안녕하세요. Hello and welcome. My goodness. I have had, well, I would say a week, but now it's a little bit over a week because we're now into the next week. Oh boy. Anybody who's been following my Twitter or on my Discord knows that my work schedule has been fucking nuts. I have never, pretty sure I've never worked 7 days in a row, but oh man. If they were normal 8-hour shifts, I don't think it would be that big of a deal, but considering they were 12-hour shifts each, that's so many hours. Please fight my job, please. Especially, oh God, Sunday pissed me off the most because I was late on work Friday because I set my alarms like for the week on like Monday, and I forgot to like set one for Friday because I usually work Monday through Wednesday or Monday through Thursday depending on the week, but I usually have all my alarms set at least up till Thursday. Even if I don't have to work that Thursday, I just turn it off, go back to sleep. But yeah, I didn't set one on Friday, so like an half an hour. No, it was like 7:28 p.m. I'm supposed to be there at 7. I'm getting a call from my new boss because also this week my boss just like quit or was fired or left. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. She's been at this job since I started. She's the one who hired me. So it was like weird to like wake up to a text saying, oh yeah, by the way, she's gone. And I'm like, huh? What happened there? Why is she gone? What happened? And it was very vague, the text message she sent to everybody saying it was a pleasure to work with you, but because of a numbers game, somebody mentioned a numbers game. I can't remember if it was her or my new boss, who was her boss. And yeah, so it was like, was it the same day? I think it was the same day. Yeah, it was like that morning when I got home from work. And I'm like getting ready for bed. She starts texting me, asking me if I can cover Friday and possibly Saturday for this coworker. So we're like working that out. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. My client pleads whoopsie for fucking real. So we're just talking about covering Friday and Saturday. I'm like, I don't fucking want to. I've already set up my stream schedule for the week, but okay, I guess. Since you never have anybody else to ever cover shifts, I guess. Even though at one point she hired somebody to cover our shifts for the, like, there's only 4 of us that work at this post. So there was supposed to be like a swing shift person or a, what do they call them? Like an on-call officer. Somebody who doesn't like work a set shift, but if something comes up and you need an officer to fill a spot, you call that officer. They're usually like retired veterans, so it's, you know, they're chilling on their retirement funds. They're fine. So they can just kind of like come in whenever. And she hired somebody who I never met, but apparently he went through training and then nothing. Never heard from him ever again. And the one time I'm like, hey, what about the new guy? Can he maybe cover? I heard he went through training. And she had told me, yeah, he can't work. I'm like, huh? Then why'd you hire him? I was so confused. I'm still kind of confused to this day. But yeah, apparently he doesn't exist anymore. I've never even met the dude, so I don't know if he existed to begin with. So yeah, I was stuck working Friday and Saturday, but apparently she had told our now new boss that I was also working Sunday. Nobody told me this. We never discussed Sunday. Sunday never popped up in the conversation. So I'm like, okay. Now 2 days I'm supposed to cover. I'm getting a call from my boss saying, hey, so you're supposed to work this, right? And I'm like, what? Friday? Yes, I was supposed to work that. And I was just late. So already bad impression to new boss. And now 2 days later, she's calling me again like, hey. And I'm like, oh, this looks awful. Please don't fire me. But no, she was pretty understanding as far as I could tell. I've only met her once out of like the 8. I guess it's been like 6 years. I started in 2018. So I guess like in the 6 years I've worked here, I've never met her. And the one time last month when I got a write-up for a mistake I didn't actually make. But I mean, I was mad about it at the time, but the more I thought about it, I'm like, it's just like a verbal write-up. I signed something just to show that I was verbally told about the quote-unquote mistake that I made, which, again, I didn't actually make a mistake, but fuck them. Shit went wrong because they didn't give, like, proper instructions on what to do. It's been a lot. Like, September started off strong for me. Yeah. I mean, it's not an August. August was a shit show from start to finish. September, it's like half shit showy. It just kind of sucks, but it's not like, I don't feel as terrible as I did in August. Like August started and it just felt bad from the get-go. September started and it just feels frustrating, I guess. Like frustrating, a bit irritating. Monthly reminder. Monthly reminder for what? What'd I do? Or what do I need to do? Funk. Get your limited edition snackies. Limited edition snackies. From where? From what? Huh? And drinkies. I got water. It's that limited edition. It's well, I was gonna say it's like a Voss water, but it's not actually Voss water. It's the water bottle. It's what I've been using. It's what you always hear me go like, and then on the table. But it's just tap water that I keep filling this bottle with. Oh, pumpkin spice. Right. Now I know what you're talking about. Yep. I forget that seasonal flavors exist. I rarely go to Starbucks. Although lately I've gone to Starbucks twice in the same week, which is wild for me. I tend to go like once, maybe every 2 or 3 weeks. Limited edition Gatorade. What's that? Does they have pumpkin spice Gatorade? That's that'd be wild. What flavor is the limited edition Gatorade? I gotta know. Not limited edition, just like flavors is what I was thinking. Because you know, they got all that pumpkin spice stuff going on for Starbucks. So you said pumpkin. Did you say pumpkin spice? Yeah, pumpkin spice Oreos. So I thought of Starbucks. But yeah. So my September started off strong as far as work shit goes. But on the flip side, and this is where my I'm trying to be positive here. Working 7 days, 12-hour shifts at Pop. I don't have to work this week. So yay me. I didn't get any calls today, so obviously the coworker went in like she was supposed to. And hopefully that keeps up for the rest of the week because I want my week off. Midnight Ice? Okay, hold on. I got my browser out. Let me Google that. Gatorade. It sounds like a flavor I'd probably fucking drink. Midnight Ice. Ooh. There was a flavor of Mountain Dew that kind of had this color. What the hell was that called? I really liked that flavor too. There are 2 new Gatorade flavors. Midnight Ice Gatorade and Lightning Blast. Oop, let me get that out of the way. Lightning Blast. It's silver. I don't know what flavor that would be. But Midnight Ice looks like something I'd probably drink. Pitch Black. That's right. Pitch Black Mountain Dew. Oh, I love that shit. Didn't they stop making it though? Mountain Dew Pitch Black. Still being made? Pitch Black Mountain Dew Wiki fandom. What? There's a wiki for it? It returned for a brief limited time release in January 2023. After that, only production of Pitch Black was in certain gas stations as an exclusive flavor until January 2024. And now it remains available in some countries. Well, that sucks. It was a good flavor. Now I think my only favorite Mountain Dew flavor is Voltage. I like Voltage. I'm not a big Mountain Dew drinker. I really don't like normal Mountain Dew. Code Red's okay. I gotta really want it if I ever drink it. Because I don't like non-diet soda. The just normal sugar makes my mouth feel yuck. But diet soda, at least the fake sugar that everyone says gives you cancer, it's it's okay. It doesn't leave my mouth feeling gross. It was my mom's favorite. Oh, your mom has base taste. Pitch Black was really good. What was its flavor? Dark citrus punch, black grape. It was good. I would get that whenever I see it. But now it's just if I want a Mountain Dew, it's gotta be Voltage. Yeah. Blue Shock. What's a purple Mountain Dew? What's that? Now I'm just now this is what I'm looking at right now. Just Mountain Dew purple. What's that? Purple Thunder? Grapefruit Punch. I would try that. I like grapefruit flavored things. There was also another one. Go back. The Liberty Chill, and then I wanted to know what Blue Shock was. I didn't expect to start the stream looking up Mountain Dew flavors, but here we are. We're real gamers in the chat. Gotta look up Mountain Dew flavors. What is Liberty? Liberty Chill. Kroger. It's not on the Mountain Dew wiki. Was its one-of-a-kind bold taste. What does that mean? KFC exclusive Mountain Dew? Wow, what? Hold on. KFC Mountain Dew. With sweet lightning? What the fuck? Punch of peach and what? Don't say. Peach and a touch of honey flavors. My goodness. Sweet, smooth, and lightning fast enough. What does that mean? What? I would still try it, I guess. Peach and honey. I mean, that doesn't sound like a bad combination. That's so weird. I didn't know KFC had a fucking exclusive one. And what's Spark? It's the pink Mountain Dew. What's that? Speedway gas stations. Oh boy. Do people actually like go to these gas stations for just like the specific flavor? Is there anybody who's like that dedicated to Mountain Dew who does like tours across the country to get the specific Mountain Dew flavor? Blasted raspberry lemonade. I'd probably try that. What's a voodoo? I'm going down a rabbit hole here. Voodoo. Halloween night. Is it just a logo? Sported a bright and colorful design. I think it's just a logo. Okay. Huh. What was the blue shock? Cobalt blue. Often compared to voltage. Yeah, another blue variant. Which is instead raspberry. Where is it? Raspberry citrus? I would drink that. I mean, what is voltage? What's voltage supposed to... It's also blue raspberry citrus. With ginseng. Nice. Well, this has been informative. Okay. I have gone down a rabbit hole long enough. I will now start with the Manhwa Rec for today. The flavors are always new at Walmart. I'm sure. I don't go to Walmart a lot around here. I used to. Because I used to live just like right around the corner from one. But now I live closer to a Safeway and a Family Fare than I do a Walmart. And I don't like going to the Walmarts that are close by. The one closest to me is like the really sketchy one. I don't like going there. And then the one that's not close to me that's not as sketchy is I hate having to drive to it. Ugh. The new flavors are always at Walmart. I'll usually see a new flavor at Safeway if it pops up. They don't always have the new stuff like they fucking should. Like, God forbid, a new Oreo flavor comes out. They're never gonna have it until it's like... It's only got like a couple days left before they take it off the shelves. And you're like, no, I don't have money. But I want to get it. Not to say that I really care for a whole lot of like limited edition flavors for Oreos. I think the like most unique flavor of Oreo that I actually like really like is was it the peanut butter pie? Is that what it is? Hold on. Let me just make sure. Peanut butter pie Oreos. My friend Mimo sent me one of these. Yeah, it's the peanut butter pie. Chocolate peanut butter pie. Yeah. And it's just basically like peanut butter chocolate flavor for the filling. And then like a normal... What'd I say? It's not really vanilla. It's a peanut butter-ish like cookie. So that's pretty good. Otherwise, I usually just get like normal ass Oreos or mint Oreos. I love mint Oreos. Delicious. Oh, what was I even talking about before I went down this rabbit hole? Work. Right. before I do my Manhwa Rec, might as well finish my fucking thought before my ADHD erases my thoughts entirely. But yeah, so it's been a lot. It's been a lot. I had to move my stream schedule to like Sunday, Monday until I found out I was also working Sunday with nobody telling me. And I'm like, okay, we're gonna do it Monday, Tuesday, I guess. Haven't even made my schedule technically for this week, even though I'm now in this week. So it's like, it feels weird. My brain can't really wrap around the fact that I'm doing last week's schedule now in this week. And now that I have the entire week off, I'm like, do I stream more? Because I would like to do some cleaning that I haven't done in like a billion years. Mint Oreos. They're so good. They're so good. My friend Mimo, the one who sent me the peanut butter or the chocolate peanut butter pie ones for the first time. They're always sending me like Oreo flavors. Like whenever I'm like super broke and they can afford to like send me like a little package, they would always just like send me like some snacks, usually with Oreos in it. And I'm just like, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. You don't have to do this, but I appreciate it. 'Cause sometimes I don't have food and it's just a Mimo package will pop up in the mail. And I'm like, oh, I can eat. Oh. Yeah, so I don't know if I'll even make a schedule for this week. I might just like do impromptu streams for this week when I like feel like it. I'll let you guys know ahead of time on Twitter and Discord, but I'm not entirely sure. Not entirely sure. And the reason we're so late today is because I opened OBS and all the overlay changes, the stinger changes and all that, most of it was fine, but some of it was like wonky in its sizing and whatnot, despite the fact that I did everything before I went to bed this morning, or well, technically yesterday morning. But yeah, it was like wonky. So I'm like, okay, I'll push this like an hour and a half so I have plenty of time to make sure everything's good, test everything before I start my stream with my new overlay and stuff. By the way, how you like the new overlay? I like it. I like it. I searched through Etsy for like any new overlays, because as much as I like the past overlay and the overlay before that, I kind of wanted something new to go with the new model. Well, new-ish model with new face. Very cook, thank you. I was cooking this morning, that's for damn sure. I even well, we're not gonna see it, but I'll go ahead and show it off real quick. First off, transition. Love that transition. But I even did like the vertical. And my new placement for when this horizontal is 3. Yeah, I'll be over here. So I'll be covering chat a little bit. But I was like, hey, this actually works out. I know there's plenty of VTubers out there that like have their model mostly covering their chat. So I was like, okay, well, I can join them. I can be one of them. I can't type. Wow. It's okay. I can barely type ever, especially when I'm typing like on my phone. I have short thumbs. I have long fingers and big hands otherwise, but my thumbs are oddly short. Like they didn't grow all the way. How do I describe this? I have short stubby thumbs. It's like the first part from like the knuckle to like the finger knuckle is normal, but then like the I guess like tip of the thumb is just a little bit short. It's weird, but yeah, it makes typing on the phone a fucking nightmare. So I'll always make typos, especially when I post like a Twitter post. I'm like, oh, there's like one typo in there, and for some reason they put the edit button that we've been wanting for fucking ever for Twitter behind a paywall, because fuck Elon Musk, fuck him up the ass. Oh boy. Also, I want to move that just a little bit. Right there. Yeah. A little chat reminder. No backseating, no self-promo, no trauma dumping, and no toxicity. Before you get off track, Manhwa Rec. You're correct. I wanted to finish my rant before I got to the Manhwa Rec. But, yeah, basically just saying like, oh, it's been a week. It's been a week. But yeah, I put off starting an hour and a half because of overlay stuff. And then like 5 minutes when I'm like prepped, I'm ready to go, I'm about to hit start, and then my internet cuts out and I'm like, no, why? Where'd you go? Internet, And then that was gone for like an hour and a half. Thankfully, it came back though. And it's fine now. There was no outage mentioned in the area. It was just me. I had the outage. Yeah, I was starting and restarting my fucking router like 15 times. I was just like, what technological gods did I anger today that just were like, you don't get the stream. You don't get the stream. And I'm like, fuck you, I'm gonna stream. And so here we are, we're streaming. Yeah, so sorry for the fucking late ass start. My goodness. And then I had my dinner and I'm like, well, I haven't had a chance to eat this because I've been too busy trying to fix everything. So figured I'd shove my mouth with food before I got started. Since this is going to be a long one, we're going to be here until tomorrow morning for a while. But yes, Manhwa Rec for today it's a BL. And ironically, the last game demo that I played, the Manhwa Rec was a body swap one. Like I died and woke up in somebody else's body. That's ironically same thing for today, which you can read on Tappy Toon. It's called Kill the Lights. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. There are some slightly red flaggy moments, but for the most part, it's actually pretty green flag, which is shocking. I don't know why. I saw the art style and the characters kind of looked like they would be super red flaggy, but they're not, surprisingly. They're not. Kill the Lights is so good. I've read it twice now in the same week. Actually in the same like 3 days. And it has moments that almost feel like it gives me that shonen anime moment feeling where the like main character gets to show off their skills and everyone's like, oh, he's so good. Because he inhabits the body, our main character, who's named Mason. They also all have English names because it's set in America, which is fun. These are Americans, drawn by a Korean artist and written by a Korean writer. Fun. But yeah, our main character, Mason, who you don't see on the cover, technically, not physically anyway. He was a mercenary who actually rescued our top here, the blondie, who's named Noah. And when he was a kid, he got kidnapped. Noah here, he got kidnapped and was like dragged around by this freakazoid who I can't remember why he kidnapped him. Was it for, oh, it was because of jealousy, right? Noah's parents his dad's a politician and his mom's like a famous actress. So he's just like, you know, America's fucking sweetheart. He was a beautiful kid. He's a beautiful man. And his parents are also beautiful and like really well known. Again, famous actress for mom and famous politician for dad. So the guy who kidnapped him was like a rival actor who was always like getting the spotlight taken away from him by Noah's mom. So he kidnapped Noah for whatever reason. I don't know what he wanted to achieve by doing so, but he like shoved him in one of those like rolly suitcases, like the ones you would take to the airport. And this little kid who's like tape over his mouth, his feet and hands are bound, and he's shoved into this little tiny suitcase and just like dragged through whatever area they were in. It kind of looked LA-ish. I'm not entirely sure. But as he's being like taken away, Mason, in his original body, he was like 17, 18 at the time. He was pretty young, but he was the only one who noticed that this guy's like dragging a suitcase, and the suitcase was like shaking and it sounded like there were scratching noises coming from it. So he's like, that's sus. So he winds up following him into this like shady public bathroom and peers over the edge of the stall that the guy hides in and be like, hey, you shouldn't try to kill people around here. Because he's very kind of straight-faced, very deadpan about the shit that he says. So it's like, even though I think like something really bad's happening here, I'm going to be kind of like cavalier about it. So he peers over the edge. The guy like freaks out, runs out of the stall, runs away. And he left the bag behind with Noah in it. So then Mason like goes down, or like gets down from his little spot where he was peering over the bathroom stall, goes into the stall where Noah is, kind of opens up the suitcase and looks down at him. Poor kid is like shaking, traumatized. And the moment like Mason's like, hey, it's okay, I got you, and takes off the tape and the, you know, the bound hands and feet. And he just like reaches up and it's just thinking about a kid that scared, just like clinging to the first adult that like, you know, wants to take care of him in any capacity. It just, it breaks my heart. But yeah, we got like 17, 18-year-old Mason, and he's like, Noah's like, what, 11? He's pretty young and pretty small enough to fit in a rolly suitcase. I'll tell no father later. Gotta focus on Pookie. Well, thank you. But yeah, so Mason saves Noah, and then from there, they kind of have a friendly relationship, you could say. Mason eventually gets hired as his bodyguard, and so they kind of know each other for 10 years? For about 10 years. I don't think he works for Noah the entire time, because he does work as a mercenary. And at one point he quits being Noah's bodyguard and then goes to Afghanistan to, like, you know, fight in the war. And I think that's the last time Noah actually sees Mason, is when he says goodbye at that point. And he's like really young. He's like, again, I don't know exactly what age he was when he got kidnapped. He might have been like 9. In his single digits there. So I think when he says goodbye to Mason, he's like 19, because he looks like young adult, late teenager. He's kind of got that awkward, I still got my sort of baby face, but my body's like, you know, long and there's muscles there. Like, he's going through it. But he says goodbye to Mason, and he never tells him that he has like feelings for him, because, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, you're young and you look up to somebody who's older than you, who's like always been kind and to you and protects you. And eventually when you get a bit older, you start getting like adult feelings. But of course, Mason didn't have any fucking clue. And he was like 30s, late 30s at that point. So there was a bit of an age gap. So Mason wasn't thinking about Noah like that. But then Mason, working as a mercenary, and 2 other mercenaries on this like one job, and he gets fucking shot in the head, just full on right in the head, and dies. And Noah's much older at this point, and Mason wakes up in the body of Haley Rusk, a Hollywood star. But by star, it doesn't mean he's like a good actor. He's actually like Hollywood's bastard. I think that's what they call him. I'm pretty sure he has like a nickname like Hollywood's bastard or something like that. He's like, everybody hates him. He was a childhood star who had like 1 hit, and from there it showed that he didn't have good acting skills, and he got like caught up in drugs and alcohol and sex scandals. He was a little slut, and everybody knows it. So yeah, he just he was not a good dude. But you also, when Mason wakes up as Haley and starts like living as Haley, you realize pretty quick that Haley's life, like his family, were all shits. Like, to put this in perspective, when Mason woke up as Haley, the first thing he saw was his aunt, Haley's aunt, I should say, taking off the oxygen mask, because of course Haley had also gone through a situation where he actually died. So, and that's when like the soul swap hit, although Haley's soul just fucked off into the ether. But yeah, the first thing he sees is the aunt taking off the oxygen mask, like, hey, we can just say goodbye and we can all get his inheritance, because they only cared about his money. They didn't care about Haley at all. So his family, absolute garbage. And Mason doesn't have any problems like figuring this out, or then telling them to their face, hey, I'm not going to give you any more money, and fuck all of you, because yeah, y'all suck. And they all try to cause like shenanigans and drama and whatnot. And it's it doesn't go very well for the family. But it's really only the aunt that you hear about Everyone else just like begged to get money again, and it didn't work. 'Cause Mason's just like, he's no nonsense mercenary dude. He's just like, nah, fuck y'all. But he does live Haley's life as an actor, which is fun because I think the first role that he had to do, literally as he woke up, he was still in his hospital clothes when his manager bursts into the room. And it's just like, we gotta shoot. If you're alive, we got a shoot to go to. The director will kill us if we don't show up. And so he shows up. He's literally in his hospital clothes, and everyone's treating him like garbage because Haley was kind of a garbage person. Whether or not his family situation brought that up or brought that upon him, you know, doesn't really excuse the fact that you were still kind of a garbage individual. Who also tried to get Noah to like go out with him. Like, I think it was the day before Mason woke up as Haley. Haley had some stupid moment where he found Noah in a club and very publicly was like, oh, I really like you. Let's fuck. I will show you a good time. I'm pretty good in bed, blah, blah, blah. It was public humiliation. So it's like now Mason has to walk around dealing with all the bullshit that Haley brought upon himself. But he does a good job of navigating it. And his manager's hilarious because his manager's like, oh no, Haley has amnesia. But then Mason is very like straight shooter, like I'll do my job, let's get this done. Versus Haley's like brat, shitty personality. So the manager's like, you know what? Maybe amnesia isn't so bad. At one point, he actually gets on his knees, throws his fists up in the air and shouts, amnesia is great. I love that fucking panel. That panel's so funny. But the first thing he ever acted in was a drama scene. Yeah, there was like a series that Haley was a part of that nobody thought he was good at. But the scene that he was doing very much related to a moment in Mason's real life. So Mason just kind of thought of that real moment in his life, and he sort of acted that out, and everyone's like, what, Haley can act? And Noah saw that scene. He just kind of walked in because he's not an actor, but he's an investor in a lot of productions. So Noah was there kind of just like observing, and he saw Haley, but it was actually Mason acting out that scene. And it was that moment that something like woke up inside of him, and he's like, I saw Mason in that scene. I wasn't looking at Haley, I saw Mason. And so that was like his first moment of like feeling actual interest in quote unquote Haley Rusk. And from there, it's a whole lot of, is he Mason? Is he not Mason? Am I crazy for thinking that he's Mason? And they have like a bunch of moments where they kind of like run into each other at Mason's place, where Noah wouldn't expect fucking Haley Rusk to pop up at. And Mason has to kind of like talk around the fact that he is Mason. But at the same time, it's like, I promise you Mason is alive, but I can't tell you where he is. I know this is hard to believe. It's a lot of like, will they figure it out? Will somebody explain it to the other person? Who knows? But that kind of like identity snafu is always interesting. It's always interesting. And they do eventually, well, I should say Noah figures it out, because I don't think Mason ever like flat out tells him until Noah's like, are you? And he's like, yeah, well, yeah, I guess I can't really hide it anymore. And once they get into a relationship, there, like I said, there are some red flag moments. They're not super bad, especially after the manhwa I read fucking this morning. I binged read one before bed, which is to say I didn't get as much sleep as I would have liked. All because, hold on a second. No, get off. Get off. Off the bed. Damn cat. I have a Japanese futon, and I fold it in half and put a pet blanket over it so my cats don't lay on it. But Jaeger lately keeps trying to walk on it. Little bastard. Anyway. The fuck was I saying? Oh, right. So yeah, there are some like red flaggy moments, but they're not nearly as bad as what I read this morning. Oh my god. If you ever are curious about a manhwa called Seductive Beauty, it has 2 side stories, Side Story A and Side Story B. Side Story A is a girl's love story. Apparently that one's fairly wholesome. But Side Story B, the boys' love side story is, boys' love, I would say, is a stretch. It's god-awful. Not in, like, the story's bad, or the characters are bad, or the art's bad. That's actually all pretty good, and it's very, very complicated, but it's like, it's gonna hurt. And its ending is kind of, for the story that it is, it had a happy-ish ending, but it's a lot. You have to be able to stomach a lot. Ooh. Compared to that, this is fucking the most wholesome thing ever. Noah has his moments of being, I would say, like a pink flag. I don't think he full on ever tries to force himself on quote unquote Haley. There's like one moment where Mason, as Haley, is trying to protect Noah because he sees like two mercenaries, the same mercenary that fucking shot Mason in the head, and the other mercenary that was working with him were like going after Noah, and he drags Noah into a hotel room to like keep him safe. But Noah's like, what the fuck? Why is Haley Rusk, the guy who publicly humiliated himself by, you know, saying he could fuck me, or I could fuck him, dragging me into a hotel room? So they have that kind of moment of identity confusion and like situational confusion. And do they full on go at it? I don't think they go fully at it. It's pretty close. But yeah, it's probably like the most like oof scene, and even that's not super bad. For the most part though, it's pretty okay. Noah does have a tendency to be a bit over dramatic, and he does cry a lot. He's a top that cries. But yeah, it's not too bad. The ending, I didn't hate the ending, but there was one thing that kind of bothered me a little bit. Like, Mason had overworked himself because I said that there was like shown in anime moments where it's like the main character does something cool and everyone's like, that's Mason with his acting. Mason is surprisingly a good actor as Haley Rusk, because he does, like I said, he used to be a mercenary and he was like a badass mercenary. And the scenes that he keeps getting to act out are like very mercenary-like. Like I think the first real role he gets after he does that one scene in the drama, I think that's the only scene we see him do for that drama, and then that's like over. But then a director picks him up because of Noah's suggestion, and everyone's like, okay, well, let's just put up with this. But then the first scene he does, he has to put together like a sniper rifle, and the director's kind of nuts. He's just like, okay, assemble this sniper rifle, and we'll film that scene, and that'll be the scene. But he has like a quote unquote expert show him how to put the sniper rifle together, and Haley, or I should say Haley, but Mason as Haley is like watching this like, yeah, I know what this gun is. I fucking put this thing together 1,000 times, but I have to look like an amateur because it would look weird if Haley could put together a sniper rifle like it was nothing. So he tries to go a little bit slower in front of the camera, like looking like a novice, and the director's just like, do it again, faster. Do it again, faster. Until eventually he's just like, you know what, fuck it, I'll just do what I normally do, and puts it together, shoots a bird out of the sky, and everyone's like, that was awesome. And the director's just like, cut. And he's like, wait, what, we were filming? And yeah, he was totally filming. The director is hilarious. He wears like the craziest t-shirts, and the artist likes to like have the designs on the t-shirts like reacting to whatever the director's reacting to, so it's pretty funny. But yeah, it is amazing. This is a really, really good one. I'll read the official summary, but this is one of those rare ones, especially since I read it twice in the past like 3 days, where I could pretty much describe it for you without like being bumbling like I usually am. But anyway, so mature audiences only. During his youth, child star Haley Rusk once captivated the people of America with his charming face and acting. But now, as a narcissistic adult, he is notorious for something completely different. From scandalous sex to drugs, he's done it all. Haley Rusk is a bona fide Hollywood bad boy in the worst way possible. After a very public and drunken confession to America's sweetheart, Noah Ray Carlton, his reputation hits rock bottom. Haley turns to some supernatural blood magic as a last-ditch attempt to repair his life. Right. So Mason finds like this whole like ritual blood circle in Haley's basement, and Haley did something. Haley actually did like some fucking magic to like swap or get like Mason into his body to fulfill his wish, whatever his wish was, which I assume was like to be good at acting and get Noah. And Mason did that. Mason did that. Anyway, last-ditch attempt to repair his life, which ends in his body being possessed by the soul of a mercenary named Mason Taylor. Mason, while not confident in acting, seems to have a deep-rooted history with Noah. What kind of traumatic past do the two of them share? And what really happened to Haley Rusk? We actually don't find out. I have no idea what happened to Haley Rusk. He's just fucking dead somewhere. He's floating off in the ether. Nobody fucking knows. Because I sure as hell don't. But yeah. So Kill the Lights is today's Manhwa Rec. I don't know what my rec's going to be for tomorrow. I had a few options. I'll have to look through what my recent reads and see what I'm going to do. Ow! Well, thank you. I will take a sippy sip for you. After all that chit-chatting, I'm going to need it. Whew. We're like an hour in, and I haven't even played the game yet. Go ahead and put these away. All right. So we'll jump over to the gaming screen, which is also brand new. Everything but this screen, the just chatting screen, is brand new. Here we go. Okay. So yeah, I do kind of cover chat a little bit, but see, I'm going to be looking over here. Kind of move myself like down here a little bit. Yeah. Should be good. Animus with the fiance Bashalik. Oh, thank you, Xing. Hope you enjoy your animus. Also tell fiance I said hello. What you guys watching? Let me know what you're watching. I don't think I've watched any anime recently, now that I think about it. Okay, let's get the game open. Where'd I put it? Right there. Okay, got the category. Good to go. While the ad's running, I'll get the game up and going. Yep, I definitely can tell that you two have been watching. Y'all, like, live in my Discord. Which, honestly, I live for that. Okay. Ads are going. Yep. Okay. So while that's going, I will get this set up. How's the sizing? It's a bit off. Oh, there's like a lot on the side. Is there any way I can... There are black bars on the side. Maybe I can cut it off. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay. I'll do like right there. Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Desktop audio on. All right. Got a minute and 30 seconds left on the ad. I got windowed. It's my dark mode. Previously read text speed. Right, I set this all up before. Master sound effects, voicing. Looking at the audio levels on OBS. Yep, it looks good. Okay. Okay. I'll wait like a minute here for the ads to finish and then we'll get started. I'm excited to play this. Should only be about 15, 20 minutes for this demo. But I think it was Rob that emailed me about this. I feel bad that I was like, yeah, I'll do it Saturday. Oh, now I gotta push it to Sunday. Okay, we're gonna have to do it Monday. And then I'm late on Monday. Ugh. I'm so sorry. What's their studio's Twitter again? It is Lookout Dr. Games. In fact, I'll put that also in chat. I have the Kickstarter pinned in chat because there's a Kickstarter going for it right now. This is also their Twitter. Ad break is finishing. Nice. Okay, cool. But yeah, as far as their Kickstarter goes, do I have browser on here? I don't. Let me, before I actually start the demo, just show off the Kickstarter here. I'll do display capture. Here we go. I gotta change the sizing real quick. Cut it off at the sides a bit. Yeah. And the bottom. Just a bit. There we go. That'll do. Everything's like different sizes. I had to figure out text letters because I haven't had like banners for YouTube and Twitter on my overlay since like my first overlay. So I really had to redo everything. I added my wish thing right here. Or not wish, throne. Which, by the way, I have a command for throne. And it's just exclamation point, goblin throne. And then you'll get my URL right there in chat. Funny how it replaces goblin with my goblin emote. Yeah, I don't expect anybody to get me anything off a throne or contribute to the bigger stuff that I got on there. But yeah, if you are interested, there it is. I also have a whole Discord thread dedicated to it. But anywho, so this is their Kickstarter, Bitter Silver. It's inspired by Cowboy Bebop. That's like the big inspiration. But then there's also, if I scroll down, where's your inspirations? Inspiration. Cowboy Bebop, but then also the Telltale games. So like your choice-based stuff. And then the comic Saga, which I haven't read, but I have a friend who reads it like religiously. And I've been told that it's a pretty good story and the characters are really well done. So the fact that that's an inspiration is pretty good. Pretty good. The themes and characters and action of Saga are kind of the inspiration. But if I'm being honest, it's the Cowboy Bebop that really does it for me. I pledged. What'd I pledge? Rewards. I did 3.2.1.LET'S Jam. So I get the official OST and all previous rewards, which is a digital copy of the PC game on Steam. I get to be a beta tester and all previous rewards. Name in credits. Hell yeah. Personal thank you video. Woohoo. And then a digital wallpaper. They do have like some big stuff too. The art of bounty hunting. You get two digital copies of the game, so you can give a copy to somebody else. Frago, hello and welcome. We're going to be playing this demo, but first I'm going over the Kickstarter for it. The official making of art book. I almost got this one, but I don't. Oh. Everybody making me sippy sip. I'm going to need a lot of sippy sips for this stream, though. A lot of visual novels will be going on during the stream. My throat is going to get dry. And I brought my chapstick over because I'm like, my lips are going to get fucking dry. But anywho, so yeah, this one adds the art book, which is pretty good. This one has a copy of the script, which is pretty interesting. The 400 and 600 or 900 ones got therapy. Well, that sounds like fun. Enjoy your therapy? I actually have to go to therapy this week now that I think about it. Note to self, don't stream on Thursday. Have to go to therapy. The 400, you get a choice of appearance in-game as a bounty hunter poster, which is pretty good, and a background character, which is also pretty good. If I had several $100s I could just throw, I would love to be like a background character. But I can name and voice a character in-game with 900. Which I definitely don't have that kind of money, but if only, if only. I already spent $200 on Save the Villainess. Just so I could be the one who names Edmund's sword. The sword he's always pricking those bushes with. You know what I mean. Let's see. I'll go ahead and play the video. Bitter Silver, back us now on Kickstarter. I already have.
I'm Abe. I'm the co-writer and narrative designer on Bitter Silver.
Hi, I'm Rob. I'm the creative director
This is the person who emailed me.
and lead writer for Bitter Silver.
Hi, my name is
Hi.
Elaine, and I'm the character artist for Bitter Silver. Since day one of working on the demo, I've helped to design the style for every character in the
What are they using? Is this Clip Studio? It looks like Clip Studio. Got the ruler. I think it's... If it's not Clip Studio, it looks similar. Could be a tablet version. I'm not sure. Or it could be like Procreate. I have no fucking clue. I have no fucking clue.
game, citing tons of real and fictional inspiration from Firefly, Cowboy Bebop.
I love the
Hades,
Puss in
much
Boots
more
look.
to make sure that our characters feel real and relatable.
Our talented team of developers all have one goal in mind for Bitter Silver, and that's to make an exciting, thoughtful, story-driven space western game that not only captures the spirit of Cowboy Bebop, but also reflects the world that we live in today.
I've worked on various sci-fi and TTRPG projects in the past.
I like their shirt,
2018,
Pride Power.
I'm so excited to work on crafting the dialogue and narrative of Bitter Silver.
Bitter Silver is a story that we've always wanted to experience, and that's why we're turning to Kickstarter to make it, because, well, we want you and
Oh, that's Unity.
to finally be able to experience it.
We have a ton of fun, interesting, thoughtful choices for you all to make as you navigate Lucia through this journey and get to build relationships with Zap and Hobbes.
I've always wanted to work on a story-driven game in the past.
I want to build a
so I'm
relationship
super
with Zap
excited to
so
bring the
badly.
rest of Bitter Silver's characters to life with your help in this Kickstarter.
We're so excited to create a game for you that delivers a dense, replayable experience, while also allowing you to fall in love with these characters and this world as much as we have while making it.
I mean, you got a
back Bitter Silver
robotic
on
asexual
Kickstarter
cat.
today.
I'm already in
And
love.
remember, every pledge counts.
Yeah. So if that seems at all interesting to you, whoops. If that seems at all interesting to you, definitely give it a go. We got 23 days to go, and we're almost halfway to the goal. Pretty damn close. And it's only a goal of 10,000. We can do this. Let's get this puppy funded. Got words. But yeah. We got a completely LGBTQ staff. It looks great. I love it. Back to the game. There we go. Okay, we'll finally get this sucker going. Thank y'all for your patience and listening to my rambling. But now here we go. Or 3, 2, 1, let's jam. Oh, you can't see it, but there's a little... Earth, year 2385. In every corner of the Milky Way, bounty hunters roam across the something. Now 3 misfits, brought together by fate. Hope they can make a living surviving as ones too. Their leader is Lucia Lopez, searching for answers about a personal curse. With her partner in crime and love, Zap Matters, who's non-binary, And their talking robotic friend, Hobbes. They can't count on others, so they have to rely on each other. Unfortunately. In the Milky Way, the taste of death to a bounty hunter is simply bitter silver. We love a cool opening. Okay, now what is this? It's kind of like a D&D sort of thing. You can choose your background. Howdy, before we begin the story of Bitter Silver, select a background for the main character, Lucia Lopez. Backgrounds affect the type of choices Lucia can make at certain points, her relationships with her two crewmates, Zap and Hobbes, and certain story and character directions. Whatever happens, happens. The motto of a certain reckless space cowboy taken to heart by down-on-their-luck bounty hunters everywhere, including Lucia. Shipdocker. The pulsating engine of Lucia's ship, the Athena, feels as close to her as her own heart and lungs. Intergalactic intuition. Born and raised a card shark. Like gambling? Never tell Lucia the odds because... Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Okay, I'm good. Whew. When I sneeze so hard, my tracking stops. Ooh. Never tell Lucia the odds because chances are she already knows them. Nebula nerd. That's me. Lack of opposable thumbs can stop Lucia's robotic tabby cat companion, Hobbes, and her from bonding over a love of silly space operas, and then dirty dancing. It takes two to perfect the art of a great tango, or in this case, Lucia and her partner in crime and love. That matters. Lucia's got good taste. Non-binary alien person. Hell yeah. I think I'm going to do dirty dancing. I want to work together as that matters. Ever since she was a kid, Lucia has had a love of dance, being taught by her mother the techniques of various dances from across human history. Since teaming up with her bounty hunting partner, Zap Matters, she's been able to refine her dance moves by helping teach her fellow lover of dance themselves. This has allowed her to refine some of her techniques in case either of them need to get out of a tricky situation and bond more with Zap over mutual adoration of dance. Sure, we're gonna go with this. Ooh, wavy or curly? Wavy or curly? I like wavy, but I like curly better. Yes. Smooth. And with that, let's jam. Ooh. Ambiance. I like it. Lucia grips a heated plasma pilster? What the hell? Plasma pistol. I can read, I promise. In her calloused right hand. Her pointer finger curls around the trigger, ready to squeeze. Her sight never wavers from her target. Not when a friend's life hangs in the balance. Throughout the story, Lucia must make choices that will define her. Some choices will branch the story and her relationships with characters in different directions. You can click Escape to manually save and load, or press Q save in the lower right hand. It's over here. To save your game at any time. You can also click on log in the lower. I love it when a visual novel has a log. Because sometimes they do like an automatic skip. Some scenes do that. So you gotta go to the log to see what the hell was just said. Like in Love and Deep Space. My god. Some of those cutscenes, the fucking dialogue on the screen goes by so quickly. You can adjust the amount of text you'd like to skip in the pause menu, accessed by the... Yep. Lucia's voice echoes throughout the ship as she calls out to someone. Zap! I love! A red-skinned humanoid comes bounding up to Lucia's side. You can click on underlined terms to access the official United Coalition of Democratic Systems Bounty Hunters Handbook. That's a mouthful. This handbook will help you learn more about the character, species, and world of Bitter Silver. They are a tall, muscular, half-human, half-Grezmer? Grezmers. One of the 4 governing sentient species of the UCDS, Gressimers originated on the planet Lendra and found the UCDS with the former Trellian governing body in cycles 6576. Lendra year 175,940. A few cycles after developing interstellar faster than light travel, or FTL travel. They are bipedal creatures with dark red skin pigments, crafted manes of fur. Manes of fur? You mean hair? 2 arms, legs, feet, eyes, and ears, and are a species that can live for thousands of years, dominated by a rigid social hierarchy. My babe is a fucking, like, immortal? I mean, not really immortal, but lives for a long fucking time. They're so cute, too. Their wide, pupilless eyes glow with a fiery blue at the seed, frost-white hair ruffled and unkempt. What the fuck is this? Already all of them. A huffing, red-faced, bearded man grips the skull of their feline friend in one hand. How dare you? I'm going to shoot you. The other, one of Lucia's plasma pistols. With a deep breath, she starts to gather herself. It was time to take control of the situation. I guess his name's Jake. Drop him, Jake. You okay, Hobbs? We're gonna be collected. Oh, we could be dashing. In a hostage situation, it's necessary to remain calm. How you doing, Hobbs? I have been better. This miscreant has a strength I did not foresee. Ha! I bet you didn't, furball. Not every day I have someone trigger my failsafe. Was Hobbs trying to steal from him? I've never seen you both so afraid. You and Zap ready to negotiate now? Hobbs, how did you not... My scan did not pick up anything. Would have been real helpful. Shut up! Hobbs cries out in pain as Jake's grip tightens on his skull. He's mechanical, but he feels pain. Interesting. I don't want to kill anyone, but you're going to take me back to Trask. And let me get back to my life. Now. Lucia tenses. Inhales. Did you hear me? I said now. Lou, what's the play here? Lou? She sees Hobbs' desperate eyes. The memory of their last conversation comes flooding back. Flashback? The Galactic Gunslingers. Endless rows of boxes were stacked up high in the ship's storage-turned-den. I like this round couch. A worn-out holoprojector sat on a makeshift table. The room was filled with comforting smells of recycled plastic. You know, that is a comforting smell. There's a certain plastic smell that I actually really like. I don't know what it is about it, but I like it. Mixed with the treated leather of a hand-me-down couch. This couch was where Lucia always found Hobbs after missions. She folded her arms, waiting to speak. Her feline companion already knew she was there. If he hadn't acknowledged her yet, it was best not to interrupt. His eyes, wide with attention, were glued to the holographic spectacle playing out. Martial arts and plasma fire exchanges. Worn-down speakers crackling with every blast and punch. A fast-paced electronic score, booing everything. This finale might just live up to my expectations. The cat leaned forward in anticipation. A white 30-something human man stepped into frame, smoking pistol in hand. He looked towards someone off-screen with a smug smile. The words, "The Galactic Gunslinger," shot out from the screen. Triumphant percussive music blared, daring the speakers to contain it. Hobbs got up from his cozy spot, stretching as far as he could. He leaned back against the couch. Lucia watched the cat get comfy before deciding to speak. What happened? Tease Hobbs about what he's watching. Suddenly sit down next to Hobbs. I'll tease him. Lucia stood in the doorway, letting her friend enjoy himself. She'd indulge Hobbs every now and then by watching an episode with him. But sometimes she'd tease him about how devoted a fan he was. I'm surprised you still watch this now that you know how the sausage is made. I'm sorry? Besides, these guys have always been such chumps compared to us. Who smiles like that in the middle of a battle anyway? Only a sociopath. Hobbes doesn't even look up from the opening titles as he responds. Yes, judging fictional characters based solely on your own actions. Always the best way to consume fiction, of course. Which is why I read so much BL and Omegaverse. Yes, basing it off my reactions, or my experiences. That's not even remotely true. Was that you trying to be sarcastic? Perhaps I just wish to enjoy my stories. I feel ya, Hobbes. I feel ya. Without judgment from the sole member of the peanut gallery. Me reading my manhwa and then for whatever reason glancing at the comments and people just like not having really good like literary understanding, or they're just not good at like understanding complex characters. There's so many commenters that are just like very surface level and you're just like, no, you don't understand. Are we reading the same thing? I don't know why I read the comments. Just torture myself, I guess. Oof, peanut? Really? I'm at least a chestnut. Har har. So amusing, I forgot to chuckle. So, did Greg direct this? Yes, he did. It is his best one yet, I might add. Next time we see him on set... On set? I guess we know him personally? Be sure to give him my regards. I mean, sure you don't want to do it yourself? I'm sure he'd be happy to hear from his #1 fan, cat or otherwise. As much as I would love to gush, I cannot imagine I would be able to have any kind of meaningful interaction with the man. Other than perhaps enduring the condescension of hearing variations of things like, Lucia, where did you get such a delightfully droll mechanical companion? Delightfully droll, huh? It was the most modest turn of phrase I can muster. Lucia gave him... wow. Again, I promise I can read. Lucia gave him only a mild eye roll. That wasn't even that complicated of a sentence. My brain just flatlined. She walked over and sat down next to the content cat. They leaned back onto the couch and sink. She shifted, trying to find a comfortable position as Hobbes noticed her struggle. We definitely need a new couch. Piece of crap is starting to feel a bit stiff. Either that, or you might simply be getting old, Lou. Maybe Star Seagull and the Gunslingers have you beat in that regard. Says the cat who doesn't even have opposable thumbs, let alone an actual spine. If only I could be so lucky. Hobbes stares daggers at his companion. Lucia threw her hands up in mock surrender. Okay, that was too far. Sorry, but hey, you started it. True, and I apologize. I just would rather not think about that more than I have to be honest. Just want to enjoy my stories. I am Hobbes. So far, the character I'm kinning right now is Hobbes. I am the mechanical, asexual cat. Okay, I just came by to check in. Maybe chat a bit if that's okay? Of course. I assumed you wanted to discuss our current guest in the holding cell. Is there anything else? During certain moments, you can choose explore options to explore the space you're in and chat options to talk to someone about various topics. These topics will not advance the story, but some may unlock choices available to you later. You can choose the option without explore or chat to continue the story. Lucia cleared her throat a bit as she looked around the space. I want to explore. Lucia got up from the couch, eyeing the old hollow projector with speakers. It was a wonder they still worked, but with a little finagling, she and Hobbes had managed to figure it out, over and over and over again. Me with my old computer, the one I got in 2007. The way I had to do so much to make sure that computer like stayed running until I finally got a new one like 2 years ago, the one I'm currently using. She ran a finger through a layer of dust before wiping the rest away. I'm sure that will make it right as rain. When are you going to let me get a new one of these? Not until there's another model. And able to opt out of any of UCDS security enhancements from accessing programs. My dad's whole deal still creeps you out that much, huh? I get it. My dad's. Okay. We got a papa. Your father and his previous galactic surveillance antics partially contributed. Everything else contributes to the rest of my perfectly healthy dose of paranoia. Honestly, understandable. But you could be watching this in magnificent widescreen with immersive sound. She moved a hand dramatically in front of her face with each phrase, then shrugged. If you really wanted to. I could ask Greg for the latest model for you to tinker with next time we're on set. For you, perhaps, but not for this cat. Lucia rolled her eyes and returned to her seat beside Hobbes. Discuss Jake. The red-haired, bearded guy with the gun. So, you're fine with potentially being around Jake more if need be? Of course, we have tackled far worse creatures than him. Oh no, bearded ginger. Hobbs shifted around in his seat, trying to lean back further into the couch. Yeah, but I feel like the whole spitting thing from early... spitting. It got under your fur a bit. It was not the spitting itself that I found disturbing. And to be fair, I mean, I know he's a mechanical cat, but still, cats kind of clean themselves with their own spit all the time, so... It was, well, his rather derogatory remarks. Oh. Let's stab a bitch. How me dodging his pathetic projectile was some kind of test, I passed. Zap and I are well acquainted with his bullshit. Unfortunately. I cannot begin to imagine fighting alongside him. In combat, no less. Did he always despise anthropomorphic humans? Or animals? Nah, just cats. I hate this man. He used derogatory terms and doesn't like cats? I don't like him. How unfortunate. Sorry we couldn't run into someone who hates dogs. At least that I would understand. Wait, you hate dogs? This conversation is trending in the wrong direction. This is about talking more with Jake. The question I should be asking you is, how do you feel about conversing with this former comrade yourself? Oh, we used to work together. Oh god, it's a coworker. After the week I've had, I can feel the rage building. Hobbs's narrowed eyes honed in on Lucia's. I almost said Lucian's. It was a look she knew too well. She sensed him searching her face for clues for her true emotions. Unfortunately, he was a bit too good at reading her. Are you afraid of not finding the answers we have all sought? Or finally bearing the brunt of the answers themselves? Lucia shifted again. It wasn't only the couch making her uncomfortable now. Dashing, play it cool. Deflect away his concerns, share your worries. I talk to my cats about everything and anything, so I'm gonna tell them. It's not like either possibility hasn't crossed my mind. And the nightmares aren't helping. Nightmares? Yeah, it's got me thinking. How much longer can we burn the plasma coil at both ends looking for answers? And after Vrashna? After my dad's fuck up? There's backstory here that I'm very curious about. Lucia gestured broadly around the den to nothing in particular. I don't know. If Jake's a dead end, then I think that might be it. I can't keep chasing after these answers. I'm not losing either of you, or the Athena. That will not transpire. Do you know what or why that is? Because Jake's gonna spill his guts on everything he knows to me? Hobbs clapped his paws together in agreement. It was an absolutely adorable spectacle, but Lucia knew too well not to comment on it. Even showing it to her face would have caused some backlash. Precisely. I know that you are being sarcastic, but keep that optimism with you. Easier said than done considering, well, you know, everything about me. Well, if your words do not suffice in cheering you up. Before she can stop him, Hobbs leaps into Lucia's lap, looking pointedly right into her eyes. Don't you dare. Oh, you cannot stop me. Hobbs, don't. Hobbs being cute on his own terms was allowed. Unfortunately for her. Lucia tried as best as she could, but come on. Who could ever resist that cute cat's face? Correct. That is the correct response. Not her, especially not after the toe bean clap. Her stern face managed to crack a genuine, beaming smile. God damn it. Never gonna stop torturing me with your cuteness, huh? I think it is the look on your face every time I do it. That was rhetorical. And that was me continuing to torture you. Alright, I get it. I need to lighten up. Lucia shifted around in her seat, tapping her fingers against the couch. She finally broke Hobbs' gaze. Hobbs' eyes didn't break from hers. I still think about the magnitude of how much I owe you and Zap. It is more than I shall ever be able to repay. Lucia turned back to face him, her brows scrunched in confusion. Scrunched. We need you more than you needed us, if I remember right. Please, that was all bluster. I would never have survived if you two had not come along when you did. Lucia felt a cold paw settle on her chest. So the least I can do is encourage you to keep going as you did for me. Yeah, you're right. We will get something useful from this man. And then we will face whatever comes next head on. Together. Hobbs jumped off her lap, returning to his seat as if nothing had transpired. Lucia pondered how to respond to the cat's unique form of support. Think of for support, reassure him you can handle this yourself. Question what Zap thinks. I'm gonna thank him. Thanks, Hobbs. That means a lot. I'll call you if I need you, okay? Splendid. That is all I shall ask. Lucia pats Hobbs on the head with a light touch. Hey, Lou, I'm talking to you. Oh, back to the present. Lucia's reminiscence shatters, her shuttered eyes opening. Memories can't take her back. It's time to save Hobbs. But Jake, what happens to him? Hey, I think it's time to show your stuff, babe. Oh shit, we're trying this out right now? Trying what? No time like the present. Are we gonna like dance kung fu him? That would be hilarious. But my boots are perfect. Wait, is this what I think it is? Shut it. Stop stalling and start moving, now. Fuck the bounty, I'm ready to kill this prick. Damn straight, Zap. Do not anger the man about to crush my skull. We could still have use for him as a no-crant source. We don't need his sorry ass alive anymore. You got something out of him. You kill me, your trail's cold, Lou. And I can tell from that look, if there's a chance I know, you won't kill me. So just let me go, please. Lucia closes her eyes. Everything around her goes quiet. She focuses on a few distinct sounds. She feels the thrum of the ship, the heavy breathing of Jake. Oh. Normally I'm like, with breathing sounds, but that was actually a nice breathing sound. Surprisingly, considering it was coming from Jake. Her own steady heartbeat. She opens her eyes and makes her choice. Oh boy. Dead or alive. Ooh. 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 Listen. Oh. Okay, this is a hard choice. Wait, can I save? Okay, yeah. I thought it might be like Dreambound where I have to do a manual save. Okay. I'll go alive for now. I might redo this with dead later. Okay, hello? There we go. Lucia nods her head, the usual signal for a breathing captive made clear to her crew. Out of the corner of her gaze, Lucia sees Zap slip their vial of sleep liquid into a free hand. As Jake's hands begin to twitch, time seems to move slower than normal for Lucia. She signals to Zap to make the move, or the first move. Get the juice ready. Dirty Dancing. Let's kick it. Oh, I want to do let's kick it. Yeah, let's kick the vial of sleep liquid, sleep juice, whatever, and like smash it on his head. Lucia shoots a finger towards the cat. Deactivate and trip. And in less than a couple seconds, it happens in a near blur. Zap tosses the container of silver in the air, twirling their feet as they kick it towards Hobbes. Hobbes shuts down almost all of Jack's systems, tripping him, and falls out of Jake's grip to the floor. As he falls at... Wait a second. Did I miss something? I felt like I missed a line. Maybe not. Maybe I'm crazy. Hobbes slaps the container with his tail towards Jake's head. Jake fires the barrel trained on Lucia. Lucia fires her pistol at the container just as it bounces off a stunned Jake's head. The plasma shatters the container, exploding on impact. Jake drops a few drops of non-vaporized liquid splash in Jake's face along with some glass shards as he falls face first into it. He collapses to the floor, unconscious. Wow! Thank you, Sin. Making sure all my stuff properly showed up. Did my alert pop up? I don't feel like it did. Did y'all see an alert? Speaking of which, now that I think about it, I don't think I resized my alerts. Ugh. I set them all up with my new alerts stuff. Yeah, now you get the animated emotes and no ads. That's the important thing, no ads. Because fuck ads. Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think I heard it. Hold the phone. Pop on Twitch real quick. Creator dashboard. Alerts. Dokibee alerts. Yeah, they're all on. New subscriber. Resubscribe. You're gonna hear it for a second. Or not. Hello? Oh. Okay. That just take forever for some reason? Preview alert? Okay. Yeah, this is what it's supposed to look like. Oh, they're so small. One more time. Make sure I'm on alerts. Where's alerts? Yeah, okay. One more time. Feel like right there. Okay, one more time. Yeah, like right there. That'll be good. That was supposed to happen, but for you, not me. I heard the sound, which is when it switched over to Chrome. Yeah, I did a preview, which only shows it on my end, but you would have heard it. However, when I send a test alert, then you would see it. Strange that it didn't do its thing. But the test alerts are just fine. Okay, I'll figure that out later. Just want to make sure I wasn't crazy. At least the chat alert popped up. Although the Firebot... No, it did show up. Okay. We're making the Moonlight your home and subscribe again. What, cat? What? What? Bro is yelling at nothing, as per usual. Okay, back to the game. He collapses to the floor, unconscious. Jake's plasma round shoots through Lucia's skull, killing her instantly? Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, Lucia's eyes spring open. What? Her gaping wound begins to heal before completely regenerating as if nothing had happened. This isn't what I expected. We got a healing factor. We're an X-Men. She grasps at where her fatal injury once was. A sigh of relief. She's back. Zap and Hobbes pull her up from the floor, Zap offering her a hand. Took you long enough. Pulled back up to her feet, Lucia gently slugs Zap on the shoulder, or in the shoulder. Welcome back. Yeah, sorry about that. I'll be quicker next time. You better. The revived bounty hunter licks her lips before rolling her tongue around her mouth. Tasted any different this time? Nah, still tastes like bitter silver. Let's see. Rob Bigot, they, them. She, they. Ave, Calamity Kane. That. Or K? K? K. That's a name. That's a really cool name. There is like a little S or something right here. Hello, Sin. Lead character Sprite, Ling Chung. Thank you for playing. Back to tile screen. Yes. Now I'm gonna load the game from here, and I'm gonna kill him this time. See what happens. Oh shit, I saved. Oh god damn it. God damn it. Undo. Undo. Damn it. Okay. You know what? We'll just new game. We'll skip all this. Back to Dirty Dancing. Confirm. Back to Curly. Confirm. And then just skip. We'll do... I did Zap last time, right? Do Hobbes. Startled cat in stylish black boots comes bounding up to Lucia's side. Oh my. Oh, is Zap gonna be taken hostage this time? Oh, yeah, okay. So it does change. Haha. When the game's over. I mean, this was a very short demo, but we're playing the, like, very choice-driven part again. So you get to see it from a different perspective. A huffing bearded man points one of Lucia's own plasma pistols at her. He presses a glowing knife against the throat of his captive. You can click on... Yep. Uh-huh. Yep, we already know. Their angry, pupilless eyes glow with a fiery blue. Their frost-white hair ruffled and unkempt. Don't make me do this, Lou. Even Zap's skin is only so thick. The deep breath, Lucia starts to gather herself. Take control. Okay. We're gonna do the... Collected again. How you doing, Zap? Ready to kill this motherfucker. Other than that, peachy. Ha. Thought you liked things rough, Zap. Ooh. Okay. Little insight on their relationship. Alright. You're so dead. So you ready to negotiate now? I've never seen you so afraid, Lou. Hobbes, how did you not... The scan did not pick up anything. Would have been real helpful. Shut the hell up. Press the knife closer. Oozing blood. I don't want to kill anyone, but you're going to... Trask, blah, blah, blah. Subtle movement. A vial of silver liquid slips into one of Zap's free hands from their pocket. Lucia tenses. Inhales. You deaf? I said now. What is the move here, Lou? Lou? She sees Zap's furious eyes. The memory of their last conversation runs through her head. Oh, now we're gonna have a conversation with Zap. Oh, and their dirty-ass kitchen. That has a chair in it? Just an hour ago, Lucia had been enraptured by Zap. The purposeful movement of their dancing limbs. The slight muttering along to the instrumentals. All backed by the sound of their careful craft. The sizzling of a liquid concoction brewing over a plasma heater. The percussion of upbeat jazz music. She remembered it all, like she was back there again. She stood in the kitchen doorway, watching them work. The tapping, the shaking, the bobbing. The bopping. Beautiful, rhythmic precision. All the while, their hands remained steady. 2 filled test tubes powered slowly into a... powered? Yeah, powered slowly into a beaker. A few swishes and a swirling flourish later, and the mixture turned an almost glittering silver. Yes! Zap whipped out a gleaming knife from the holster. A few drops of the newly formed liquid dripped onto the blade's tip. Nothing. That was a good sign. They wiped the liquid on the side of their pants. The rest was poured into a tiny plastic container. All right, one done. Free from their chemistry concoction, Zap broke into a full-on dance. They are so cute. Their eyes closed, they swayed with the rhythm. Fingers snapped. Hands twirled and spun. Feet crossed and uncrossed as they got lost in the music. Lucia watched the sight unfurl before deciding to make her move. Join in with Zap. Well, hell yeah, we're going to join in. My dance partner. My dance life partner. Lucia jumped in front of them, easing into the beat. Oh, even her sprite changes to kind of like dance. Zap's eyes shot open to see her convorting. They smirked, accentuating their own grooves. Now there was an audience. And if Zap was nothing else, they definitely were a show-off. Nice selection. Couldn't resist, could ya? You know this is my favorite song. So it's mine too. So... solo... Coleti baila idiota. Just shut up and dance, idiot. Zap threw their head back and laughed with glee. The two bopped and jived in their own ways, dodging furniture as best they could. Lucia raised her hands, loose fists swaying fluidly above her head. Her hips rolled in a slow, harmonic rhythm. Zap's vigorous moves were a sharp contrast. Every blare of instrumentals was accompanied by a striking pose, a swift turn, a sharp thrust of their hips. But they complemented each other's styles. A perfect balance in dance and love. Two things they had worked long and hard on. And now it had become something beautiful. The song slowed to an end. Lucia wrapped her arms around Zap's waist, pulling them closer. Mischievous smiles decorated the corner of their faces. They eased closer to one another, finally embracing with a kiss. Though brief, it was intense. As if for the first and 100th time in one. That was incredible? Yeah, I know. My dance moves are just too good. Can't help it. Lucia rolled her eyes. She remembered whether Zap's cockiness deserved a second... She remembered whether Zap's kiss deserved a second kiss? I mean, yeah. Fucking... big kiss. She pulled Zap in close for a deeper kiss. They pushed back, biting at her lip. Damn. They got a healthy relationship. I like it. Just as Lucia felt a firm, warm hand on her ass. She pulled away from the kiss long enough to sound off a few words. Having fun back there? As much as you are. Yeah, I bet. But we can do real dancing later. For now, you think you can calm down and talk for a bit? Zap pushed Lucia away with a light, playful touch. The two sidled up to the kitchen's counter, staring each other down. Narrowed eyes and slight grins were slung across their faces. So, to what do I owe the pleasure of Lucia Lopez's company? Oh my god. What? Don't. Alright, fair enough. During certain moments, you can choose... Yep. Uh-huh. Yep. Lucia grinned as she looked around the kitchen. We're going to explore first. What were you just making? Oh, this? Zap pulled out their vial of fresh silver liquid, beaming with pride. Just a little refill of my sleep medicine is all. Deciding to make a quicker acting dose this time. The ship's been getting noisier lately, and I need to pass out sooner. I'm getting too restless thinking about all the repairs we need done otherwise. Well, thanks to your quick thinking today, our ex-comrade is gonna nab us enough no-crants for you and I to sleep soundly for a while. What are no-crants? I need to know what that is. And maybe on a slightly bigger, more comfortable bed for our room too? Hey now, I like that bed. It's comfy enough, and it's got character. You seriously... Ah, wait, I see how it is. What? You just like it when I'm... You just like it when I'm a little spoon. My big ol' butt right against... Lucia slugged Zap in the shoulder with a playful but hard punch. Oh, shut up. That's not it. Cochino? Pervert? Maybe I just want a bit more space from your big snoring mouth. First, you love how big my mouth is. Wow. Second, I haven't snored in front of you in forever. You still do. Occasionally. Talk about not being able to fall asleep from loud noises. Zap returns Lucia's smack with her own. It's not that bad. Whatever you say, you're the sleep expert around here. Zap wiggled their eyebrows, tossing up and catching the vial. And don't you forget it. Lucia couldn't help but roll her eyes. Okay. If I chat, will I still be able to dance? We'll talk. Your dancing has come a long way. Got a ways to go if I want to win against anyone. My style is getting sleek. Technique? Still sloppy. Your technique is more coordinated than most people your size will ever be. Can't count on that. First impressions are everything. How many big, strong folks will dance with twice as much grace, or even more skill? A contest full of hundreds of sentient dancers means I need to stand out. Fair, but don't burn yourself out on this, okay? Hey, look, I get it, but right now? Zap spun around in a full circle before freezing. Their arms were folded, tucked into one another, and tight against their chest. Their head tilted upwards as if to say, "What up?" I'm ready to bake out these moves on some bastards in the field, even. Not to brag or anything. Honestly, as ridiculous as that sounds, I'd love to see that one day. Good, because the only thing I plan on burning up is anyone that gets in the way of my fiery feet. Zap struck a more intimidating pose, their brow furrowed, eyes narrowed. Lucia could barely contain her laughter. Well, I believe in the power of dance. Someone has to. Lucia couldn't help but laugh. Yeah, practice. So, I don't know how you're feeling right now, but I'm up for some practice if you are. That competition on Valeri is coming up soonish, right? I mean, you okay practicing here? I'm surprised y'all have any room. This kitchen is filthy. Just have to be a bit more compact than usual. You read my mind. They gestured outward with their arms to their dance partner. Start us off, Teach. Lucia winked before moving into a flourishing pose, Zap settling into one of their own. And... Okay. And big stretch, you got it. Oh, Lord. Ugh. Oh, my back. I'm also gonna stop shrimping. I want to get my leg under me. Hold on. Hey. Okay. All good. Calibrate.
Good boy.
Thank you. Oh, honestly, yeah. I mean, you don't have to get me anything, but now that I think about it, I should probably just add a massage gun to my throne wish list. I'll do that after this demo, actually. because I'm really feeling it in my shoulders right now. Oh. Whew. Was it Sunday? Yeah, since I didn't think I had to work Sunday, I went to my parents' house after work, and I used their swim spa, which is like a really big spa that has the jets in it that kind of make it so you can like swim in place. So you don't need like a full pool, and you get like slightly warmish water so you're not freezing. It's actually really comfortable, but I was doing their 30-minute like little swim workout, and I'm really feeling it in my shoulders for some reason. Despite the fact that I was really feeling it in my legs. I don't know why it's my shoulders now. Okay. And 7, 8. She drops to the floor, holding her arms above her head. One leg swept out and around in a half circle. Oh, I can imagine that move exactly. Also, I'm gonna move myself just a little bit. Yeah, right there's good. The other snapped back under her. She flipped with ease to her stomach, slowly pushing her hips back towards her feet. Hips back towards her feet. I'm trying to imagine this. She rose, waist first. Okay, her torso snapping up after. All right. Her hips rolled, turning slowly all the way around, seducing her lone member with a sultry stare. Looking good. Looking good, babe. And as she finished her last cycle, she posed again, gesturing at Zap to start. As if her energy suddenly transferred to them, Zap broke into their part of the dance. Arms flowed across their body, feet crossing and kicking in a fanciful blur. Cross, turn, ba da da, good. Nice, nice. Now, transition to 2. At Lucia's command, Zip spun around and grabbed hold of her by the waist. The two locked eyes with fiery passion. May I have this dance? Sure, why not? The two danced together in a furious tango. Their gazes blazed into one another, movements purely muscle memory. I love them. It's not often that I get introduced to a couple, but I'm just like, yeah, I ship it. I mean, they're already together, so it's like my ship already sailed, but just like, I love this couple. Their gazes blazed into one another, movements pure muscle memory. Every step, dip, and twirl landed precisely on the right beat. Zap grabbed hold of Lucia's right hand and spun her away from their body. The two stayed stretched out from one another for a moment. Zap spun back towards her, landing in her arms. Their noses brushed against one another. Each felt the heat radiating from the other. Lucia stared into Zap's eyes. The sound of their tired breaths is all she could hear. And with a deep kiss, it was over. No, I don't want it to end. You always dance this well in the kitchen? I'm used to getting down in tight spaces, you know. Lucia let out a loud snort. Fucking kiss them again. Kiss the shit out of this person. She simply couldn't get enough of them. She kissed Zap again before pushing them away. Yeah, that's how I feel. If I can make out with Zap, I fucking would. Alright, perv, that's enough for today. Aw, really? I'm ready for round 2 already, though. We can save it for after we get to Mars. Maybe we can find another kitchen to practice in. Sounds promising. Okay, I guess you win. I'll be a patient little Grez for you. Good. How about you buy a ship that has a real dance studio next? You're gonna win that prize money. Oh, all that prize money, right? Shit, can I buy getting grav adjusters too? 0G dancers make all the big... Okay, I'm guessing no crowns is like their currency these days, especially couples. Lucia smirked and rolled her eyes. Okay, now we discuss Jake. So, just to be clear, you're okay with spending more time around Jake if need be? Yeah, I mean, look, he's an ex. We dated Jake? What? Or did Zap date Jake? Wait, huh? A particularly regrettable one. That's putting it mildly. But an ex all the same. Or did we, like, threesome? Haven't we been with Zap for a while? There's dozens of them scattered across the galaxy. Some are even still alive. So yeah, I'm good. Well, not often you run into your ex from your last job. Oh, so what's Zap? Zap and Jake? No, I'm better for you, Jake. Or not Jake, but Zap. Oh boy. Especially when said ex has info that your current partner wants. Well, when you put it like that, I definitely want to pay a visit just to see how it all plays out. Otherwise, the suspense might just kill me. Duly noted. The better question is, how are you feeling about? Zap gestured around the room with both arms stretched out wide. They couldn't help but show off a little as they spun around on their heels. This whole fucking journey we've been on. Lucia leaned against the counter. It wasn't only Zap's dizzying dance moves making her uncomfortable now. Again, gonna show your worries. Honestly, I'm not. Communication is key to a healthy relationship. You don't see it a lot in Manhwa. They don't communicate when they fucking should. It'd be too overwhelming. And the nightmares aren't helping. Shit, nightmares? Oh, they look so concerned for us. Yeah, worse than before. Got me thinking though. We've been burning the plasma coil at both ends for so many cycles. And after Vrashna, after my dad's fuck up, I still want to know what that's about. Lucia gestured around the kitchen with her own hands held high. We can't waste any more time dealing with the aftermath of his classified intel. But we're not going to. You know why? Because Jake's gonna tell me where we need to go. Zap shot 2 pointer fingers towards Lucia, eyebrows raised. Bingo. Or as they say, never stop blowing up. Bungo. I'm glad someone's confident. They put their hands on Lucia's shoulders, gazing into their eyes. Hey. No matter what happens, I'm not giving up. Whatever you want to do, I'm here for you. You know that. But a little reminder is always good. Lucia nodded her head in agreement. You gotta thank him for support. Thanks, babe. I'll take you up on that offer soon, I promise. Good. That's all I ask. A smirk curled the edges of Lucia's mouth as she stared into Zap's eyes. Hey, I'm talking to you, Lou. Back to the present. Lucia's reminiscence shatters, her shuttered eyes opening. Memories can't take her back. It's time to save Zap. But Jake, what happens to him? Hey, I think it's time to show your stuff, Zap. Oh shit, we're gonna do this now? Do what? No time like the present. But my boots are perfect. What the hell is this? Stop stalling and start moving, now. Fuck the bounty, I'm ready to kill this prick. Do not anger the man with a knife to your throat. We could still have a use for him as a non-crant source. Or no crant source. We don't need his sorry ass alive anymore. You got something out of him. You kill me, your trail is cold, Lou. And I know from that look, you need me, so just let me go, please. Lucia closes her eyes, everything around her goes quiet. She feels the thrum of the ship, the heavy breathing of Jake, her own steady heartbeat. She opens her eyes and makes her choice. Okay. I'm gonna actually save this time, and we're not going to overwrite that. So we're dead. Kill the X! It's the only time I get to do it. Lucia shakes her head, the usual signal for a dead capture made clear to her crew. As Jake's knife begins to make its move, time seems to move slower than normal for Lucia. She signals to Hobbes to make the first move, pointing a finger towards the awaiting cat. Deactivate. Lucia points a finger towards a watchful Zap. Knife shuffle time, hell yeah. And in less than a couple seconds, it happens in a near blur. Hobbs shuts down Jake's left hand. Zap uses their sick dance moves and twirls one of their feet, flipping off one of their combat boots right into Jake's face. A stunned Jake fires his pistol trained on Lucia. Lucia fires her pistol at Jake's heart. Lucia fires Okay. Let me just make sure that didn't skip. Okay. Zap grabs a hold of the knife, slashing Jake. Oh, right in the head. Ooh. Lucia's shot hits Jake in the chest. He collapses to the floor, dead. Jake's round shoots right through Lucia's head, killing her instantly. And we're back. Lucia's eyes spring open. Her gaping wound begins to heal before completely regenerating as if nothing had happened. She grasps at where her fatal injury once was. A sigh of relief. She's back. Zap and Hobbes pull her up from the floor, Zap offering her a hand. Took you long enough. Pulled back up to her feet, Lucia gently slugs Zap in the shoulder. Welcome back. Yeah, sorry about that. I'll be quicker next time. You better. The revived bounty hunter licks her lips before rolling her tongue around her mouth. The taste any different this time? Nah, still tastes like... bitter silver. Okay. And that's the demo for Bitter Silver. I love this. There wasn't a whole lot going on in this demo, and that's perfectly fine. I got to know the characters. I got to see the relationship between Lucia and Zap, and Lucia and Hobbes. We learned that Jake was one of Zap's exes. Interesting. I still want to know what the hell is up with Lucia's father. What surveillance issue he had going on. And like what she's after. I'm very, very curious. I hope that gets fully funded so I can see the rest. I want to know the story.